Manase Katha.
So, continuing in this line of questioning, Nilu, I have a question for you. How can we differentiate between misunderstanding in intimacy and a clear violation of consent?
Yes, Dishana, that's a very important question. And also, it's a very delicate one. In every relationship, especially in marriage, moments of misunderstandings can happen. Maybe one partner misreads signals or assume the other is other is okay with something when they are actually not. So these moments, while hurtful, often come from a lack of communication rather than a lack of care, right? But a clear violation of consent is different. It's when one partner ignores, dismiss, or overrides the other's boundaries. It could be either emotional, it could be verbal or physical. It's not about miscommunication, it's about one person choosing not to listen, even when discomfort, fear, or refusal is very clear. The key differences lies in intent and response, actually. If there's a misunderstanding, one partner realizes they've caused hurt, they take responsibility, apologize, and make changes. But if there's a pattern of ignoring boundaries, using pressure, guilt, or fear to gain compliance, that is not just a misunderstanding, that is a violation. So there is a clear uh, distinguish or a difference between these two. Also, true consent isn't just about saying no. It's about feeling safe and free to say yes or no without fear, pressure, or obligation. So I think also this question we must keep asking in our relationships is not just did they say no, but were they really free to say no? And did I truly listen? So this is the very important question that you should ask yourself if you feel like not agreeing with the other person or not hearing the true and genuine consent from them.
That's a really good point you bring out, Nilu. This concept of safety, right? So this concept of safety within marriage, you know, each party should feel safe to talk about their needs and wishes and, things they don't like and things they disagree on, right? They should be able to
Absolutely.
discuss openly. Now, in an unequal marriage where one party has all the power and the other has no power, even the concept of consent is not there because there is no safety, right? If somebody is living in fear, they will always submit, they will always say yes because they are living in fear of the other person. So in that situation, a yes is not a yes because they don't have a choice, right? And I think that it's really important for us to understand that when somebody is living, if there is domestic violence or if that person is living in fear of their partner, they don't have the capacity to say yes. But like you said, and like Anupa said earlier, in healthy relationships where there is mutual understanding, respect, and love, then like you said, if they are not feeling well or they are not feeling it on a certain day, they have the capacity to say no, but in a given time, they may there might be a slight misunderstanding, right? Somebody, they might feel like, I'm not sure, maybe yes, and that hesitation or something, the partner may not be able to read that, and then and kind of push for that. But as you said, it's really hard in that sense, like, the that may not necessarily fall into that area of, the concept of marital rape. Whereas if somebody is living in fear and is even saying, okay, it's a coerced yes, that is a fear-based yes. And so then definitely that person is going through something very difficult, trauma, that can qualify as, obviously, as marital rape. But as we talked about earlier, it's not up to us to define that, right? It's a very individual concept, and they feel it, right? And they can define, like, as I'm going through this. And as I think, as we talked about earlier, it's also, there's amalgam of other factors that go along with it: emotional, psychological trauma, physical trauma. There's so many other things, boundary violations that go, and traumas that go along with that consent aspect, right? Like what you just mentioned.
Manase Katha.